From Charlotte, North Carolina, at a combined weight of over 660 pounds, Roddy Rob, Adam Baum, Bionic Brian, the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast.
Hello and welcome to Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. My name is Adam Baum. This is your Wednesday show. As I kind of laugh through my open here, those of you watching on YouTube Live, for whatever reason, we have a very zoomed in Brian.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm working on that. But Brian, go ahead and introduce yourself, my co-host.
How's this? I'll play to the mic.
All right. No, I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. Don't worry.
Yeah. No, it's all right. I'm well. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get rid of the holiday poundage. So that's good.
Here. How's that? It's an extreme close-up.
I got it fixed. Don't worry about it, man.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. So for those of you that are new here, our Wednesday show, we're going to talk about AEW Dynamite and what happened tonight. Basically, though, there's another show on the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast Network called the All Elite Hour, and they go a little more in depth. So we're gonna cover, Brian, the highlights, if you will, tonight. How's that sound?
That's fine with me, man. I just like talking about the good things that happen on Dynamite rather than just talking about the stuff. Well, I won't. Whatever.
Well, and that's why I changed a little bit. You know, listening back to some of the shows, you know, there is. I don't want to say that AEW is perfect. I don't believe that they are. No. So that would be a lie. However, they're a far cry from doing things wrong. So there's a lot to go on. Before we get into it tonight, Brian, that's kind of, I guess, a good place to start. Like, that's one of those things with AEW is they told a very good story tonight. What I mean is they had their parts that were about, MJF and CM Punk. They continued the telling of Britt Baker's current new contender, Rio. And, of course, we have the Dark Order, Daniel Bryan having to run through them challenge. I'm trying, man.
Here.
I can't.
Well, there's a huge delay on my end. So I don't know if it matches up to what you're currently doing, if that makes any sense. But I can duck, man. See, I'm very flexible. I've got, of course, I've got metal inside of me on both sides, so it actually gives me more of an opportunity advantage, actually, when I'm trying to maneuver and fit into your frame. Apparently, on the board, DP says I look like Big Giant Head from Third Rock.
You don't look anything like William Shatner. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
No, I don't. William Shatner was on that show? I didn't know that.
William Shatner was the Big Giant Head.
Oh. All right. Hey, board. Did we introduce the board yet? Or
the board is our YouTube live chat board. Which lieutenants are here?
So we've got, of course, I just mentioned DP. We've got Christopher Stikelether. I think Juan was coming in there, and they are the millions upon millions are just filing in right now. As this actually, we should just do a whole episode of you just trying to figure out how to crop it properly.
Right.
That should be it.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on. You're just gonna be giant. It's gonna look like.
Okay. Do I have to keep crouching down like this, or can I move up, or will it just be?
Why don't you just move your own camera to size it right?
Because it doesn't work like that, you ding dong.
It kind of does.
No, it doesn't. I can. If you need me to tilt my camera up, I can do that, but I can't.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Do that.
I can't crop the whole fucking thing, man.
Yes, you can tilt your camera up.
Yeah. Anyway.
So. What we're going to do tonight, we're going to talk a little dirt. Then we're going to go match of the night, segment of the night, Marked Out award. We'll close out on something petty. I'm sure, Brian, you can guess mine.
Oh, God.
But before we get into the full dirt sheets, show opened, and lieutenants, other people on the YouTube live chat board, maybe you guys can help us out. The show opened saying we send our hearts out to JR and Justin Roberts. Unfortunately, we all know JR's having some issues with skin cancer. So I immediately knew what they were talking about there. I've seen it on Twitter. JR, I wish you the best in dealing with that. I have no idea what they were referring to with Justin Roberts, Brian.
Yeah, I don't either. Actually, I actually came in on the show right as they were playing MJF's music, so I missed those few seconds right during there. So hopefully, someone on the board can let us know and fill us in what they were talking about or what you're talking about as far as Justin Roberts goes.
Yeah, I mean, I swear that's what they said. They said both. Again, I could be wrong, but they said both. So that's beyond the point. What other dirt sheets did you find?
Well, I mean, I think the biggest one. Well, can we talk about the one that's, I guess, I don't know if you saw it, but it happened during one of the matches tonight, and it's kind of leads to a certain someone showing up at a certain time. I'm being very vague right now. But...
Are you talking about the guy who's gets a ride from his mom?
No. At the start of the that's hard to say. Dynamite dozen battle royal.
Right.
The lights flickered briefly, and it didn't seem like it was like a production error. It seemed like it was very like
deliberate.
They did it on purpose.
Okay.
And they didn't like what's it called? They didn't like stress on it or anything because it was very quick. It was very brief, but it did happen. So now everyone's saying that, oh man, now that means that it's probably someone's debuting at a certain time. So
okay.
And the lighting was different. It was a red light and it was a blue light.
Oh, before we get into that, I have to put you on blast.
Why?
If he doesn't show up at Winter is Coming, you are 0 for 2 on this guy. Because you told me that he would be, the day after his contract expired, he would be on AEW, and he wasn't. And I assume you're talking about Mr. Wyndham Rotunda, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Bray Wyatt, for anybody who doesn't know. But you almost guaranteed it to me and Rob. We can check the fucking tape on a Monday show.
Find out which episode it was, but I guarantee he will be there.
I know which episode it was because of the date. I hope that the board, I can't see them over from this far away. I hope they're blasting you for that one.
No. They're all saying, "Oh, Brian, you're awesome," and
that's really what they're saying.
They are.
They are. So the comment you just made, listeners, Brian and I are big Sunny fans. That was totally a Charlie comment. You're just so delusional, like, "Yeah, Charlie, you're the best, you're the greatest," like when he's just trying to pump himself up. No.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I was looking at the board. I'm sorry.
Mid Cardona. What else we got on the dirt sheets?
Well, I think the other one, I mean, really the biggest one is the rumors of Kyle O'Reilly and him leaving NXT, Johnny Gargano, those two. I guess, where do you think, first of all, do you think Gargano is actually leaving WWE? Do you think that was his send-off?
I think that if Johnny and if WWE was smart, they'd stay together. If you look at the body of work that Johnny Gargano brought to the table, I don't give a shit about his size. The Johnny Wrestling gimmick worked gangbusters in a post-DIY NXT run. And I got to be honest, and Rob and I kind of talked about, because Rob was still watching back then. I think, Brian, you were even in agreement with us too. It was just starting to get stale. And then along came The Way. And The Way was very enjoyable. I'm not an Austin Theory fan. I knew nothing about Indy Hartwell. And I enjoyed it. Yeah, I even enjoyed the wedding segment with Dexter. I mean, it was much better than, even though it was cliche, it was better than a lot of times they've done that kind of thing. I don't think Johnny Gargano is a future heavyweight champ or anything there, but I don't think he's a future heavyweight champ with any organization.
Mm-hmm.
If he's in Impact, he's an X Division guy.
I think if he goes to Impact, I think he's championship guy right there, right?
Really?
Up totally.
Really?
1,000,000%. But honestly, so I mean, this isn't really dirt sheet, but it's AEW relevant just because, I mean, these are pretty huge fucking names. And I got to say, I think Kyle O'Reilly, I could see him going over to AEW.
Now, that's the other one. Kyle O'Reilly makes perfect sense. Adam Cole, Bobby Fish are already there. I think they clearly want to do the Undisputed Era. My fear is that if they do an Undisputed Era reunion with the trio there, Brian, you know where that's going to go. It's going to go against a returning Kenny and the Bucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think the Bucks would put them over. I don't think the AEW fans would accept them going over because they would. Some of them that are crazy diehards are like they're all ex WWE guys. Fucking everybody's came from somewhere.
Yeah, I mean
shit. Look, go to the what is it? The something 23, where you look up your chromosomes. Everybody's got everything. We're all from somewhere. It's just how much parts we're diluted.
23andMe. Yeah.
But you get my
What are you
point.
drinking? Are you drinking milk?
No.
Oh.
I don't. What this isn't a sponsor, so I don't want to give them credit.
Oh, okay.
So
but maybe
anyway,
they could be.
Any other dirt sheets?
Let's see. Jack Evans is, or he was stuck in Mexico. I don't know if he's still there. And apparently he was being extorted by the Mexican police. It's not really that's not really a dirt sheet though that we need to talk about. There's not really like big ones. I mean, there's just a lot of free agents that are like rumored to be going to AEW. Yeah. Swerve is another one. Isaiah Swerve Scott. He's been rumored. He's another guy that's because
I saw a couple dirt sheets, Brian. They don't relate to AEW, but I think it's oh shit, I might get this wrong. MJW or MGW. But Scarlett Bordeaux wrestled over the weekend.
Oh, okay, yeah, I did see she was at it. Yeah, well, yeah, her and what's it called? Her and Killer Cross. They're both taking indies down.
Yeah, so
that's not real. Well, I mean, I guess could you see them going to AEW?
I could see them going to AEW as a pair.
Yeah.
But I don't think that. AEW is too full now. I honestly, anybody I like, I don't want to go there anymore until they figure out what they're going to do with stuff like I kind of said at the start of the show, Brian. Like I thought they did a really good job of certain storylines tonight, and I thought others are just like whatever. They're just hanging out. They're like they're like Orange Cassidy, whatever.
Yeah. Tonight's episode, you said?
Yeah. Like
I thought it was a fun episode. I thought it was a pretty good one, actually. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
I guess it's not really a go home.
But what I'm saying is like there's certain aspects that are just left out, like the tag teams tonight. We have an 8-man match, and we have
you had the Bucks,
and we had the Bucks and Best Friends. But where's your champs? Where's your contender in waiting? What's going on with that?
As far as what for the tag belts?
Yeah.
What is it? I think they're setting up FTR and was it Lucha Brothers? I think
again.
Yeah,
that would be the third time, Brian.
I think so
because FTR stole the AAA tag champs, then they lost the AEW tag champs, so that they're gonna go again. No. See, but Brian, you're actually making my point. As good a job as they did with these other storylines, we don't know what's going on with the championship in that division. we did get the Bucks, and I'll keep my mouth shut. But we did get a tag match, so the division was mentioned. But I was thinking about the women's division. You know how many times Britt Baker doesn't wrestle, but she has a promo. We know what's going on with her belt, because they only do one match on Dynamite. But we know what's going on, is my point. Even when Miro was TNT champ, he might not have been on TV every week, but wrestling, but he'd cut a promo saying, "I'm the Redeemer. I'm going to kill you," whoever his next opponent was. It just feels weird that the tags, the belts are in limbo. What's going on?
Yeah.
And who the fuck knows? For all I know, maybe someone else, one of those four is trapped with Jack Evans down in Mexico.
No, I mean, everything's fine with him, but he tweeted that earlier, but apparently everything's cool now. But he was like, hey, if I end up in jail and they say that there was a lot of drugs on me, that's the police.
That's a lie.
Yeah. And it is, the board is confirming it's Lucha Brothers versus FTR on Rampage Friday.
All right. I missed whenever they advertised that, but that's stupid. Anyway. Match of the night, Brian. I'm going to let you go first here. What did you think your match of the night was?
Match of the night, easily. I mean, the main event, low-hanging fruit. It's easy to say that.
That's
Johnny
what I
Humby.
Picked. I'm not going to lie.
It was a good match. It was a good match. But I got to give props to Jamie Hayter and Riho. That was a really good... I mean, there was nothing on the line, nothing really at stake. But both of them looked really good. Jamie hit a brainbuster that fucking was like... I would... just the whole thing. Everything about it was just... It's so different watching their women's matches versus other companies. I don't know. I know a lot of people dog on the company and say that they don't give their women enough time, and some of them are green, but this match was one of the more positive ones, and I really liked it. I think that was my match of the night for sure.
I'm not going to agree with you, as I already picked mine. I told you, but I think you made some good points that you could take everything you just said, Brian, and substitute Jamie Hayter and Riho out and put whatever names of the girls that wrestled this week out. And because they only get one match, they make damn sure it counts on Dynamite, because there's a lot of times it's a really good match. Match of the night or not, it's still usually a good match. So I'll give you that one. For me, Daniel Bryan and Silver. As a fanboy, I looked forward to the Colt Cabana the most. As a wrestling, I want to see a good wrestling match, Silver was the one to go with. Right? This was of his Dark Order matches, do you think this one was the best?
Oh, totally. 100%. Yeah, this has got to be probably his match of his career so far. Hello, Robert.
Hi. Match of Silver's career.
Silver's career.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
I was referring to, though, of the Dark Order battles with Daniel Bryan. This is the best one so far.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, over...
no disrespect to Colt or Alan Angels. Just...
Alan Angels one was really good, too.
It was, but I thought Silver was better.
Yeah. No, I mean, I definitely enjoyed that one as well. It was weird, though. So, wait, obviously we didn't talk about it yet, but never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay. So segment of the night is up next. Anybody with on the board with match of the night comments?
Let's see. No, they're still catching up. Rocky's on the board. What's up, Rock? Stike just said also you had he said Malachi Black spraying Black Mist in Julia Hart's face. Really, that is all you have for him right now? Oh, talking about Malachi?
Yeah. That's what I was trying to say at the beginning of the show, and not in a negative way, Brian, but it's just, that's why I don't want any free agents to go to AEW.
Why?
Because they don't know how to do good top to bottom. As good as
back to front?
the MJF Punk feud
front
currently is.
Yeah.
What?
No, nothing.
You know what I'm saying? It's not. Anyway, segment of the night. I'm gonna kick this one off, Brian, since I let you have the honors of match tonight. Hands fucking down, and as soon as we go off air, I'm gonna show it to Rob. Is the vignette by MJF?
Oh my God, yeah.
MJF had a match. Punk had his segment, but I'm talking specifically and I know he's fucking dead, but the old, it felt like the old movie promo guy, In a World.
Yeah.
Where that was the narration. And I'm not from Long Island, and I loved it. But Brian, you said they name dropped some big places.
Oh my God. All the jokes were so like, I mean, I know obviously they were catering to Long Island, New York. I thought they were going to be very more, just kind of keep it vague, keep it like Northeast-ish, but no. They were talking about the LIE, Billy Joel, driving down the LIE, blasting Billy Joel, which I've done hundreds of times, probably. I don't know about hundreds of times, but definitely handfuls of times. Getting bagels at Bagel Boss. I mean, just very specific stuff. I loved it. And I can't go away. I don't have the script in front of me. I want to see exactly. I want to watch it again, see exactly what they were name dropping. But
yeah,
you know me and name. I love when Long Island name drops. Woo!
But I was listening, never pinned in his wrestling career.
Yep.
In high school, set the record for his school for the most
football
tackles.
Bullshit. Yeah.
As and he was middle linebacker there. He had his old jacket on, said Max Friedman. I want to include the Punk stuff. I think if we were grading tonight, MJF, it was like baseball, it was like 11-1 over Punk.
Punk had a heel promo, though.
He had a great heel promo. What I didn't like was how many times he went to the same well. Like the Islanders stuff. Okay, dude, we know you're from Chicago. We know the Blackhawks are far superior to the New York Islanders. You got your cheap pop first to make sure we all know this is a heel promo.
Yeah.
The 2 or 3 extra digs.
I'm kind of with you. The only reason I think it's okay is because it's a brand new building. This is like they just opened up a couple months ago.
Oh yeah, he said they never won. That was a great shot. That was a great shot. That was the first one. The others weren't as good because of how fucking true that is. Yeah, because of how true that is. You've never won in your home fucking facility. Yeah, right. Okay, it's only been 2 months, but still, you've never won here. You don't need to say anything else.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was on WWE, but when they dropped the whole Oklahoma City and Seattle, like the Thunder leaving one city for the other, that was it. You ended on your Costanza. You don't need to go back to that well. And I also was bothered by it. This is going to, you can say I'm just full of it here, Brian, and feel free. But TNT is making a fucking huge push to carry hockey right now. And I thought maybe, because Punk is usually better than this, I thought maybe he mentioned all those Islanders references and the hockey references because somebody backstage told him to.
Probably. Or maybe like one of the guys is going to be on like NHL or I don't know, some of their... Do they even have like hockey shows on those channels? Do we even know?
I don't know, but I don't really follow hockey. But it felt very uneven. There was some jabs from Punk, and then there was like, really?
It was just it was refreshing seeing him not just pandering to the crowd. I mean, I guess this was kind of pandering in a way. Anti-pandering?
Yeah, he's like, oh, is that your guy? Is that your guy? Like, that was the other thing I thought he said too much. Is that your guy? Is that your guy? He did say that
a lot. And on the flip side, I think MJF was doing the wrist thing way too much.
Yeah.
Like the entire time. Like, okay, it was funny like the first or second time, man.
Yeah.
But...
Like, This isn't a video game where when you steal the taunt like 100 times, it gets you a finisher move. Like,
Right.
so you can just do it once. Like, imagine like the DX chop was stolen frequently, but imagine if everybody the whole match just walked around chopping.
Right.
Like, you're like, what are you doing, man?
I don't know. That whole set, that was the segment of the night for me, and it just kind of gives me hope for. It just gives me hope for when Punk turns heel. Like, eventually, I do think it's going to happen at some point. I don't know. Just tonight, seeing that little
Daniel
sample size
Bryan
was awesome.
going heel, it'll be a long time for Punk.
I don't think so. They've got so many people coming in.
You have Hangman Page as your only and Orange Cassidy as your only other legitimate solo faces. And I'm sorry, Orange Cassidy doesn't even wrestle half the time in the singles division. So who's the other faces in your
John Moxley?
He's not there. I'll agree with that.
He's solo. He's there. He's just not on TV.
But when someone's injured, you can't count him.
What about Kenny Omega? I mean, when he comes back, he's going to be face.
You think so? The cleaner's gone?
I think he'll come back as a heel, but I think the Bucks are going to kick him out, and then he's going to turn face that way. So I think the crowd is going to cheer for him when he comes back.
Yeah, but the Elite has to go against Undisputed first. Yes.
Elite versus Undisputed. That's not happening.
Oh, I bet it is.
Well, I mean, okay. It's not happening initially.
Yeah, Adam Cole versus Kenny Omega will include the Bucks because they have to be included.
Totally, but I feel like the Bucks are going to stay with Cole.
No, you think Kenny Omega's with Fish and Riley? Well, we're way off topic.
Yeah, I know. We're like going everywhere.
You went crazy on me. Good organic stuff though. What's your segment of the night? Then we'll go to the board, and then we'll do the awards. Awards.
I mean, I just said segment of the night for me was the whole. I love the Punk heel. It wasn't a full blown heel promo, because I mean, well, no, you know what I mean. I guess it was because he was knocking the Islanders. He wasn't really knocking the hometown.
Yes,
but he was like you said. He was like, "This is your guy. This is who you're cheered for. I feel bad for you."
Yeah, I mean, he was saying, is this the guy that you want to put forward to be known? I mean, he was, without hate fucking the crowd, he was
definitely
shitting on the crowd. He was just shitting on them through MJF.
Yeah, right.
You know, which is the irony of it, because New Yorkers, we hate people individually. Brian's Italian, I'm Jewish. If I had a problem with Brian, it's a problem with Brian, not Italians. If Brian had a problem with me, he would have a problem with me, not Jews. Like, that's the New York way. So it was a little weird that Punk was trying to grind our gears that way, and I couldn't make out what they were saying about the pizza. There was some comment. Obviously, Chicago and New York are battling as which pizza's better.
Sure. Oh, I didn't hear that.
I couldn't make out the chant. Even Punk stopped to let them do it, and he's like, I don't know what you're saying.
I thought they were saying shut the fuck up.
Oh, no. I thought they were talking about, okay, maybe I'm completely wrong. I will not die on that.
I mean, maybe
hill.
that's what they were saying, and he was like, I can't hear you. What are you saying? Like, just trying to egg him on. I could be wrong. I have no idea. I don't know.
So
maybe they were saying, I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know.
Also, Punk shit on QT Marshall. That made me laugh. What's the board say? And then we'll do awards. Board also get your awards ready, marked out and petty.
Oh, okay. Stike is saying his segment of the night was Serena Deeb and Hikaru Shida. That was a great segment. The Serena Deeb, she had a nice little promo. Yeah, okay.
And
that was cool.
They've done a really good job, low key, in the background, for the AEW audience. Brian, I know many of these people were already established, but to bring us Thunder Rosa, to bring us Serena Deeb, I would have liked to see what would have happened if Statlander hadn't got hurt, because initially they were doing her right, and then she got hurt. They've done a really good job of introing certain people that have never even sniffed a title, even though they've had opportunities. You knew they weren't going to win. But they've done a really good job of building their division to this point. That's why I hate the Bucks so much, because of the tag division felt that way in the beginning, and then it's kind of fallen off. Like hodgepodge 8-man and, you know, Wheeler, Utah, and Rocky Romero, and like
Wheeler, Utah.
Yeah. Who I didn't see tonight. Was I wrong? It was Rocky Romero. Sorry. I'm segueing beforehand. My marked out, the return of Trent.
Oh, really? That's your marked out?
I've got to give it to dude. The guy came back from an injury and was injured in his return match, Brian. And now he's finally back again. I have to give it to him.
Hometown with his mom. Yeah, I mean, Sue is back in the van.
But also, like you've been there, Brian. You've been in the injury bug. You've had the in-ring experience. He came back and got injured again right away. And I don't mean right away like 2 weeks, a month. Like his first fucking match back.
Yeah, it's what match was that again? What was that?
I think it was against
You remember? I don't remember. Memory shot.
Who does the stupid move that broke his neck?
Broke his neck
or whatever. No, the
stupid
neck was the first time around. That was with the Lucha Brothers is who he got hurt with first time around.
Okay.
I don't remember who it was the second time.
Yeah. Either way. Stike is saying his. Oh, we're not doing marked out awards yet, right?
No. Well, no. Yeah, we are. Mine was Trent's return. Just.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck happened to Wheeler, Utah. I think he just disappeared.
Yeah, right. Stike's his marked out is actually it's Sue. His award. It's not even for Trent. It's not for Trent's buzz cut. It's for Sue specifically. Good on you. I already said his segment of the night.
Now that's another thing though. Like,
what?
It has the well run a little dry. Like, it's fine for her to bring him out tonight in the return. And I popped probably as hard as anybody in Sue's debut. But we're not going to keep doing this, are we?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No, definitely not.
What was your marked out?
Marked out, I gotta say it was MJF tossing Wardlow out. Did not see that happening. And it wasn't so much him tossing out Wardlow. It was him tossing out Wardlow while also eliminating, forget who else it was, but he got it. I think it was, who was it? I fucking forget. But he eliminated like a couple guys, but also eliminated Wardlow. And he got a huge pop from the crowd, cheered to the crowd. Like it was a funny moment. I'm just kind of confused. Why
it felt like
MJF
heel when Hitman Hart was heel, and he would go to Canada and the world would be upside down and everybody.
Oh, totally. That's how it was tonight. Yeah, it's weird, but kind of cool. It's different. But
yeah, I got that Canada vibe where heels and faces flipped, but just for MJF.
Why was MJF in the match? Like, if they're figuring out who faces him next week, why is he in the match to begin with?
No. And I was questioning this to myself, but I actually Googled it because I needed to remember. The last two are who fights next week. It's not. So that's why the match, it wasn't to fight MJF. MJF had to earn his spot into that match.
Got it.
I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. But remember, it was Orange Cassidy and MJF for the last two. Like, it's the last two don't show down. They're the ones that advance. And they just decide to do it at a different time, which is cool. I mean, it also would be cool to actually then have a straight up match with your final two.
Right. So, I mean, I guess, MJF is the only one that's had it. So we haven't had it where we haven't. Where two people that haven't.
Yeah, it's just been a prop, man.
No, I know, but it is kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
Like,
when somebody else wins it, it'll be something else. And it's interesting that Dante Martin is picked there, Brian, because because I think MJF is going to beat Punk in the ring. So Punk has to get his licks in somehow, though, right? What if he costs MJF the ring?
And
Dante Martin gets a huge push.
I could definitely see that happening.
Me too. And I don't mind the rocket they've put on the back of Dante Martin right now either. So, anyway, what were the marked outs on the board? I think you read one.
Let's see. Marked out on the board. Stike, his was Sue, and it was Wardlow, Leo, and someone else who MJF eliminated. Who is the someone else though, Stike? I need to know.
Something dark side. All right, Petty, and we'll wrap that shit up.
Yeah.
My side note, Petty, is to Rody Rob, who is too tired to do our Monday show. So we will be back Monday with the marks next Monday instead.
Yeah.
But my petty for tonight, Brian, I'm sure you can guess it. You, without me saying a word or even looking at you, tell me what you think it is.
One match. Excuse me, one women's match.
At this point, I'm just angry about that one. I've gone to a whole new level of like,
you're petty for tonight.
What could it possibly be?
No Miro. I don't know. No Big Show.
No
QT Marshall.
No. I think it has something to do with the Spanish God.
Spanish God. He was there. He cut a promo.
Yeah, but
Cody?
Ding, 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 ding.
What
the fuck, man?
What? Because he has a match?
Because he was he gonna go golden shovel on Sammy Guevara? I gotta be the first. Nobody else has held this twice but me. I'm gonna be the first 3-time champ. Yeah, you're young buck that I put on a pillar of a shirt. Well, if CM Punk can take MJF off and put Britt Baker on, well, I'm gonna take this young buck out. Oh, right. Young buck. I said young buck. Ha ha ha.
Do you think they're actually selling that 4 Pillars shirt with Britt on it? Probably, right? Let's see. I'm gonna look.
It'd be funny if they are, I guess.
They have to be. I mean, I guess they could print just a one-off, but
do they?
I mean, I guess not. I don't know. Let's see.
They're t-shirt guys, Brian. They can do one-offs.
Man, that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yep, it is there.
Yeah. All right. What's your petty?
My petty award. I had a few. Well, no, I didn't really have a few. What happened here? Oh, I thought I was muted. You know.
Petty.
I like that. The 8-man tag was fun.
No, that should be your petty. It's an 8-man fucking tag.
It was a fun match,
dude. We gotta stop. Okay, you have to at least give me this one, Brian, because we are in year 5 of this podcast, and during that time, one of the things we hated most that WWE used to do was 6- and 8-man tag matches. The frequency that they did it with is nowhere near the frequency that friggin' AEW does.
Yeah.
It's too
I mean,
much.
it was just it was a good match, the 8-man, but petty. I don't really, man. I don't know if I'm definitely being biased because the show was on Long Island. It was a lot of fun. Honestly, it would have been good to go there. Not that far away. It's like 5 hours.
Yeah, I really wish we would have seen Mid Cardona.
Yeah. Oh yeah, son of a bitch. How about Chris Statlander? She didn't have a match. I know she had an appearance, but she's also a Long Island faithful, isn't she?
I don't know.
That's not really petty. That's a shitty petty award.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yes, Stike is saying petty award is Cody challenging Sammy
for
the TNT Championship.
Why?
You know what? Okay, here's a petty award. I got one.
Why wouldn't Malachi Black be challenging Sammy?
Because he's more interested in building his own House of Black, it seems, right? His own faction. He's not really going after championships.
Oh God.
I don't know.
Factions are going to be the death of AEW. It is a band-aid on the fact that they've oversigned.
No, I don't think they've oversigned. I don't.
No, they already are oversigned.
No, I know. I understand that, but I also feel like there's going to be some releases coming up in the next few months. I mean, those first 3-year contracts that a lot of people sign, they're coming up, man.
Yeah. Oh, it will be interesting. Since you bring that up, do they put out a press release that says we wish them well in their future endeavors? Do they send them a garbage bag with their name on it and their shit?
All their shit in it? Take it. Yeah, I don't know. Probably not. I'm assuming they have a much nicer HR department over there. I would hope, at least.
Well, I mean, I don't know if there's an obligation. I know, like in the NFL, there's an obligation, and there's that every team has to do in the way they report to the media. Somebody's questionable, somebody's on IR, somebody was released. That we signed this deal, XYZ. It's not like they put the contract online for all of us to look at, but we can see like, Cleveland's parted ways with Odell Beckham, and then we go, the Rams have signed him. Like, we see that stuff. Without a union like the NFL, the NHL, the NBA behind AEW, I don't think they need to say anything. No? I never understood why WWE does it. If the wrestler wants to promote themselves like Scarlett did after she was released and say, hey, I'm free for bookings in 30 days, I get that completely. What I don't understand is why these other companies would say anything. I don't know. Like, I just don't believe that they have to. I don't know why they would. I feel like, and that's my guess, and I don't know Tony, but he seems like a pussy, Tony Khan.
Whoa.
I believe
a hard P.
No, okay. The reason I say he's a pussy is everything I see about him is very positive, in a positive light. He seems like a good-natured person.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I don't see him having that killer instinct to someone's face take their career.
Right, or pull your pants down and make them kiss your ass in the middle of the ring.
Well, no, but like okay,
God damn it.
Imagine if he's if
Oh, what's up, Studio Cat?
I'm trying to think of an example of a wrestler on the roster, but somebody that he likes, he's close with, Matt Hardy. Matt's got 5 fucking kids. Now, Matt's probably a bad example because Matt has money. He's been around for a while.
Big money, Matt.
Yeah, I'm sure he's done very well for himself and doesn't need it. But somebody like, I don't know, Private Party. They're young kids. They might have wives or starting family. They probably, when they got signed to a contract, bought a house, have a mortgage. Would Tony Khan cut them to their face? I don't think so.
I think so. Yeah, of course. It's a business, though. I mean,
I'm not saying it's a bad decision, Brian. I'm saying, like, I don't think if there's a Johnny Ace of AEW, I think TK makes Johnny Ace go do it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's a good question. I wonder who has that type of role there,
right?
Or even if there is that.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm not arguing a business decision, and I'm not saying. I was trying to explain my Tony Khan pussy comment. I don't.
Gotcha.
I've fired people in my life, Brian. It's not easy. The ones that I had that were easy were firing thieves. You stole. Fuck you. I don't care.
Yeah, you didn't feel bad about
but
it.
But somebody that I had to just lay off, that didn't do anything wrong, that we were just cutting hours,
right?
And I had to make the business decision. Those sucked.
That's what's best for business, brother.
Yeah. And I didn't have any future endeavors. I didn't have a Johnny Ace to tell me. Those sucked. And
Right.
and Tony Khan, the opinion I get from him is just that.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll find out when we get when these releases happen, or I don't even know if they're releases. They're just going to be, we're not re-signing you.
Yeah,
your contract is up.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they don't need to say anything.
Swole. Didn't they do one for Swole?
No, I don't think they did. Swole did. I saw Big Swole's thing. I didn't see anything from AEW.
Yeah, let me see.
I saw Big Swole saying, "Peace, I'm out."
Yeah.
So while Brian's looking, we'll be back Monday with the Marks. Rody Rob will be back with us, so we'll have the.
Will he though? Will he?
Yeah, so we'll have the band together.
Yeah.
And sometime between now and then, the All Elite Hour will come out, breaking down Dynamite in all its glory.
Oh yeah.
So also for those that cared about Brian's head being misshaped, Rob actually showed me how to fix it. So I can fix it myself this time because he showed me.
There we go.
So Brian, you got anything else you want to close out on?
Oh no, I got nothing. I'm just looking at the rankings right here and just studying them, and
the rankings don't mean anything.
No, they do. There's a whole bracketology and a whole science behind it.
What was it? Was it
getting
Thunder
a PhD in it?
It was Thunder Rosa, I think, not Serena Deeb. It was Thunder Rosa. She's like, I keep winning, and somehow I've fallen in the rankings.
Yeah, she's 31-3, and she is behind. Well, Jade Cargill is 19-0, and somehow Rio is 13-2, but she's the #1 contender. I don't know.
Yeah, that's one of those things. It's like sci-fi, Brian. We all know, like, legitimately, you can't breathe in outer space. But if there's some alien race, like Kryptonian, Superman type thing, that you want to say can breathe in space, cool. Then that guy can breathe in space. That's all you have to say. So if you write in rankings, make them count. Make them matter. Excuse me. Whoever's the #1 contender should be the #1 ranked person.
Maybe it's like the was it BCS? Like the fucking college football. That shit doesn't make any sense to me. Their rankings.
Oh my God. That might you might be right there. In any event, I had a fun show, Brian. Not dwelling on the negative, just running down those highlights, the high points of the night.
That's right.
Get a little petty on the close here. So I definitely think that AEW has to do what you said. That's my final thought, is to make some cuts, trim the fat on the roster. They need to accept that, and maybe even openly say it, that Elevation or Dark, whichever brand they want to pick, is their PC,
right?
For lack of a better way to describe it, and that these guys are getting green. Because if you advertise it like that, somebody like me is more likely to watch it. Like, oh, let me see this new crop they signed. You know, we were talking about this new group of NCAA athletes that WWE signed. If AEW advertised Dark as the PC or Elevation as the PC, I would watch it just to see who they got coming out. Like, imagine seeing somebody like Jade,
right?
You know, coming through something like that, and you're like, oh, she's something. You know, we've seen people when they made their debut, and we're like, wow, that's someone to be reckoned with. It'd be cool to see them back there.
No,
but when it's just like, oh, hey, Ruby Soho's fighting somebody I've never heard of, she's gonna win. Eddie Kingston's fighting somebody I've never heard of, she's gonna win. Why can't never heard of fight never heard of at this point? You have 4 shows. You can use one to... It's not a rub or a push for the guy to fight on the internet and lose to Eddie Kingston. It could be a push to have 2 guys we've never heard of square off and do something awesome. Like, imagine Dante Martin 2 years ago when he was just learning or something. You know, imagine watching Jungle Boy when he was, like, getting into wrestling and learning.
Sure.
You know, some of these young guys that are just phenoms right now. I don't know. I think it'd be cool.
Isn't that just 2.0?
No.
No?
No. 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 No.
All
I don't
right,
want to.
well.
I don't want to get into it. We're at the end of the show.
Yeah, no.
Brian, I miss you. Hope you're
Miss
having
you
a
too,
good
man.
holidays. I'll see you on Monday.
Yep.
And then again on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Until then, thank you guys for tuning in. Come back, check us out. Same smart time, same smart channel.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
It's in the diggity dong.
Marked Out Podcast is produced and edited by Record Studios and is recorded live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Subscribe, follow, and listen to us live following WWE programming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by following us at podbean.com or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. While you're there, go ahead and give us an honest and fair review and rating. Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's RAVEPRO.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmedia